Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiana, but on here I go by the Modern Sim, and today we are back for another part of this businesses and hobbies playthrough turned enemies to lovers rom-com-esque miniseries. I appreciate all of the support on the last part, and I am very excited to play through this little series. Now I don't exactly know how many episodes there will be, but we're just gonna go with the flow and see how their story unfolds. Which, by the way, if you have any series name suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. But anyways guys, I don't want this intro to be any longer than it needs to be, so without further ado, let's get into it. So I ended up playing a little bit off cam, and in game it has been about a week and some change since the events of the last part, which I mainly did to see what was working for their businesses and what was not. And I have just a couple updates, both business and personal. So as far as business goes, things have been fine. Both Soul Glow and the Ink Sanctuary are bringing in like at least 1k simoleons a day, and I definitely think they can definitely progress to the next part of owning a business, which is hiring people, and I will circle back to that in a minute. But most of the customers have left happy except for like one, and that was because Rome gave them a botched tattoo, and to say the customer was upset would be an understatement. But still, we press forward. Now, I don't know if we'll be doing much of the business stuff in this part, but I at least want to go out, meet some people so we can possibly hire them and possibly visit a small business, but we shall see. But moving on from the business stuff, I do want to quickly touch on some of the personal stuff. So as you can see over here, I pinned this want that Stevie had, which was to be friendly to Rome. Now this one did not come out of nowhere, and it actually was the result of a burglary that happened a couple of days ago. And yes, we did have a burglary. Yeah, not here on the toilet. Let me get out of his business. I was going to shoot to him, but while playing off camera, we did get our first burglar, and I'm going to reaccount that night to you right now. It's a couple of late nights ago, and Rome is downstairs cleaning up after all of his customers have left, and that is when the burglar arrives. And the burglar was there for maybe a couple of minutes before Rome figured out that there was a burglar there, and in that time it took for Rome to get into action. The burglar was able to steal one of the deco cars that was on the side, but Rome was gonna make sure he wasn't getting anything else, so he proceeded to jump him. And at this point, Stevie's upstairs, but she hears all this commotion. She's like, oh my gosh, I need to get down there. So she runs down there and she's like, I'm gonna call the cops, so nothing else happens, no one else gets hurt while Rome is currently beating up the burglar. But before she could even call the cops, her flight instincts kick in and she flees the scene, which I was like, Stevie, what happened, girl? Just last episode, you was beating up Tom Peeping. What happened this episode? But honestly, it didn't even matter anyway, because at that point, Rome had already handled it and the burglar was fleeing the scene. After this whole fight, Rome pretty much goes to go check in on Stevie, and he notices she's really freaked out. He tries to calm her down, which worked, and the two shared a nice little moment. But this is an enemies to lovers playthrough type of situation, so things couldn't stay sweet for long. Stevie just couldn't help herself, and she started to tease him and be rude to him. But I will say this, the teasing wasn't all mean. There was a little bit of flirty banter happening autonomously, might I add. I don't know if it was because they, mostly Stevie, was swept up in the adrenaline and his heroicism, or she was just in a this frisky mood. But she did definitely flirt with that man quite a few times, and he flirted back, and I was like, ooh, not kiss. But aside from the burglary, I did have Stevie officially meet Lorelai, and that was a very interesting encounter. Of course, Stevie knows of Lorelai. She might have known her name, but she's seen her come in and out of Rome's apartment various times throughout the day, so she knows who this girl is. She's seen her face, right? It was one of the days that Rome was downstairs, his shop was open, he was working, and Lorelai asked to come over, and I was like, you know what, you can come over, girl. And I totally forgot she was there, so I went upstairs to check on Stevie, and she was actually in Stevie's apartment, and I was like, this just seems so, feels like something Stevie would do, oh, he's not up here right now, but hi, my name is Stevie. What's your name? So I went ahead and had them introduce themselves, and Stevie immediately was like, she found Lorelai pretentious. This sim seems to be rather pretentious person, which I feel like is low-key like Stevie hating. Like the conversation pretty much went fine. Like I can imagine them talking and then like Stevie, asking, little things about Rome. And then after talking for a while, Lorelai be like, oh my gosh, you're not like how Rome said you were. Like you're actually very nice type of situation. Like that's how I pictured their conversation going. But what I didn't picture was this. Lorelai's sentiments about Calliope. Her first impression is crush. It feels like love at first sight. Wise? Maybe. Maybe not. Irresistible? Very much so. So apparently, Lorelai has a little crush on Stevie. And I was like, oh, first of all, Lorelai, I didn't know you got down like that, But then I looked at her again and I was like, And then, of course, she thinks she's an interesting sim. So there's just something about Calliope that seems to vibe in a way that appeals to Lorelai. But with that in mind, I do want to quickly move on to where we are currently and the plans for today. As I briefly mentioned earlier, we are not focusing much on the business part of this series. No, absolutely not, sister. I end up adjusting my settings for my mods, especially my RPO mod, because I don't know, I think in an update I end up like messing up my settings or whatever, or like my stuff got reset or whatnot, to go through and manually turn on like certain settings that I had on. So I end up turning back on my Woohoo drive. For some reason her default Woohoo drive right now is high. I think I'm gonna change that though. Yeah, it's on very high, girl. Let's do average. But anyways, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we're not focusing much on the business part of this series in today's video. In fact, we're embracing our flirtiness and dabbling in a little bit of romance today. And by we, I mean really Stevie. So if you remember at the end of the previous part where Rome was, supposed to be apologizing to Stevie for things he said to her in front of his customers, and instead he insulted her and then called her bitter and lonely. She's doing it anyway. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna pretend like that's not happening. But ever since that, that night, those words have been haunting Stevie, although she would never admit that because, who cares about what this tattoo loser has to say anyway, right? But Stevie has decided to, put herself out there and embrace a little bit of romance in her life. Innocence to spite Rome, which, hold on, pause, because I can't with these cupcakes. Cakes, I can't. They keep going and eating these, and because of part of that recipe has that spontaneous rage pop up and it makes them mad for like 6 hours. It makes this situation exponentially worse, right? So I'll just have her like cook something or get like a quick snack or something. I don't want her to get full because I have yet to talk about what I actually want to talk about. Let's just have her get some orange juice or something. But as I was saying, Stevie has decided to put herself out there and put herself on a dating app. Now originally I had planned to use the Meet and Mingle dating app, but after some consideration I caved and I bought Lovestruck, and so we're going to be using Cupid's Corner. But I'm gonna let you know this right here right now. If Cupid's Corner sucks, then we will be going back to Meet and Mingle, which she already has a couple of like connections on there anyway, which we'll circle back to in a second. But yeah, if Cupid's Corner sucks, even though I have like some mods, like I have one mod that makes it you don't have a match like cooldown, and then it adds more people to your lineup. So instead of 12, I think it's 21 or something like that. So since we're starting off Sunday and it's early in the morning, both businesses are actually closed today because I think they deserve a break, right? She's about to go chat with him. Wait a minute. Ooh, what are they gonna say to him? They're so inconsistent. They be like yelling at each other and like being rude, and then like 2 seconds later they laughing and goofing, like which is exactly what I wanted. But like, my goodness, to see it really is whiplash. And so for Stevie, we'll be going on at least 2 dates. I want at least one of them to be a blind date, maybe both of them, just for a little bit of the chaos factor. But I think we're doing a blind date because why not? Which I don't want the dates to be like super long, 3 hours tops, right? Just to get in, get out, meet these people, see if we like them, first impressions type of situation, and then get out. And then for Rome's plans, we'll be hanging out with his friend and maybe hitting a bar or a lounge. Who knows? We'll see what they might get into. I don't know, I'm scared. Yeah, let me pop out. Let me see what y'all got going on. Listen to Rome's question. What is his question? Discuss pottery techniques. Oh, he knows she's a creative sim. Well, he doesn't know yet, but she is a creative sim, so maybe he's talking to her about art or whatever. She's like, yeah, I actually do like art, you know. He's like, oh, wow, I would have never expected. You just seem so good one. He likes jokes. Oh, he likes her jokes. Anyways, but like, I feel like he'd be like, you know, art doesn't have, you know, a bunch of rules and limitations. So I'm surprised you actually like art. But I think in a couple of minutes, I think after they chat for a little bit, who knows? Because they don't chat for long. In a couple of minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and have her get ready and get dressed for like a date. I want the date to maybe start at like 10. Honestly, I think it's kind of interesting that she came and like Autonomy started talking to him. But I do know she did have this one earlier to become friends with Rome. So maybe this is her like trying to do that, like trying to make her seem less mean, because you know those words did get to her. Like, what do you mean you think I'm bitter and like lonely? And as predicted, yeah, she wasn't gonna stay long, but that was nice of him. He picked up her glass because that was a little, because if her needs are fine, oh, she has great hygiene. I think I'm gonna just let her come upstairs, use the bathroom, and then brush her teeth, and I think that is all we'll do. Yeah, Stevie definitely wouldn't tell Rome that she's about to go on some dates. She doesn't want him to know that his words have struck a chord to her and has influenced her. So she's just gonna, you know, go do her thing. But I definitely feel like, you know, she's told her friends about these conversations, about what Rome has said. And it was like, girl, just get on the app. And so that's why she's doing it now. But what is Rome gonna do? I think I'm gonna have him come up here and cook something. He gives, like, he makes protein waffles. I can't explain that, but he just gives that. We'll do a matcha honey toast, the closest we probably can get. But I do want to quickly talk about like their positions on love, especially Rome. So in the first part, I did mention that Rome was a love cynic. These sims are skeptical about romance and often find traditional expressions of love cheesy or insincere. They tend to avoid romantic interactions but can still develop deep, meaningful connections based on trust and companionship. Winning their heart requires patience and genuine effort, which we're here for. We're here for the ride, right? So he kind of believes that like most people, the way that they use love is very insincere. Like, but love isn't this magical thing that happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just, in his mind, he views love as like people use it to like cover up their own self-interest. Now you about to come talk to her, please. Or she's about to talk to him. Yeah. Lie about career. Girl, you ain't gotta do all that. Not that love doesn't exist, but love is pretty much like an illusion that people use to like cover up what they really want to do. Very much like, if that's something you want to do, just do it. Like, you don't have to say you're doing it out of love or anything like that. Like, just say you're doing it because you want to do it. Almost like, just say you're selfish. You don't have to excuse it by saying love. Love is just flowery language, which is why he's like in that type of like relationship with Lorelai. Like, they're not dating, they're not like, it's very much like he goes with the flow. I feel like Rome's the type of person that believes, like, you know, those people that believes like people are there for a season in your life, and like if that's 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, or whatever the case may be, like people just run their course and that's it, you know what I'm saying? So I think his situation with Lorelai is one of those things like, yeah, we're cool, I like her, but like I'm not trying to get with her or whatever. Like, we both know what this is. And Lorelai is actually the very same. Like, she's not like, oh my gosh, I want to marry Rome. No, she's not like that at all. And we can tell that because she's over here crushing on Stevie, all right? Now, as far as Stevie, as I go ahead and have her go upstairs and get dressed, I definitely feel like for Stevie, she's like kind of similar, but not quite, right? So when it comes to like her view on love, she definitely does think that love exists. She's definitely had examples of it in her life with her, like maybe her parents or even her grandparents or something like that. Like, love does exist, right? But I think for Stevie, her reluctance to like take part of love has probably come from like past failed relationships. So I would say like she's probably a little jaded about it, right? You know, her past relationships not lasting long, so like she's just kind of had a revolving door of, I won't even say partners, I don't think she's probably gotten into too many like relationships. The people she's been with, they haven't lasted, right? And so I think in her head she's probably like construed that into like, love does exist, but right now I'm not looking for love. Like, I'm, you know, happy being single and doing my own thing. I definitely think it's one of those things where like that's just something she has told herself, that she feels like, I'm okay being single, like I don't care, like I'm working on me type of situation like that, which is true. There are a lot of people who hold that that mindset, but there are a lot of people who pretend to hold that mindset to cover up the fact that like deep down inside they crave intimacy, they crave a relationship. And so for Stevie, I definitely do think like she wants a long lasting relationship. Even though it's indifferent to being romantically exclusive, I think that's just like her current mindset. I'm okay with going with the flow, but like deep down inside, like she craves a lasting relationship, right? Someone to pick her and exclusively want her, right? So I think that is kind of the differences and similarities between Stevie and Rome. Anyway, so it's already 10:21. I've done enough yapping, catching you up, filling you in on the Sims. So I think it's time to finally get to the romance part of this, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and have her go to Cupid's Corner. So I want to do a blind date, but I think I want to open Cupid's Corner first to see like what's happening, maybe get some matches if we can find any, and then go on a blind date. Okay, so young adult, adults, and elders. We're getting rid of the elders part. She don't want nobody's grandpa. I feel like she would put like the best traits for her. So maybe we'll get rid of clumsy and creative. We'll do perfectionist and creative. And let's set her picture. Oh, she looks so cute. Hold on. I need her to get in some good lighting. Okay, sister. So, sister. I wonder if my custom pose is going to pop up. Part of me wants to use this one. I'm going to use it because she looks cute. I project her to be some duds in here. We have Clive. You know, Clive, you don't look bad. But no. Jagger. Cringe and oblivious. No. Cash. Now he got my CC hair on, please. Clement, I know this is not Santa. Please. None of these are really giving. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's the burglar. Sion. He's a loner and he's materialistic. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to match him and beat him up. Like, no, you did not try to rob us and then you gonna match me on Cupid's Corner, please. Guillermo. Okay, let's refresh. And this is the last time. We're only gonna do 2 refreshes. Like at least a couple of the Sims I put in here pop up. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of this CC hair. Ooh, Bobby. Oh my gosh. Bobby is actually Rome's best friend. We're saving him. Plus he actually looks decent. So Jackie isn't bad either, but I will be getting rid of some of these people if I find somebody better. Okay, we can do Cody. He's a bookworm and he's insecure, but he actually looks decent. I said I wasn't gonna do too many refreshes, but that was all flops. This is the last. Please let me see somebody, please. You know, Thaddeus ain't bad. He's adult. Okay, Colton's actually another one of the guys that I did put. So Colton's a goofball, he's a foodie, and he lives in the Wasted Springs. So oh my gosh, finally. You know how many scrolls? That was 15 scrolls to get to Colton. My goodness. Oh, this was a flop. Let's go through our saved matches. We have Jackie, Thaddeus, which Thaddeus, he gives a good base. We can give him a makeover. Also, he's an older man, so why not? He's age insecure. These Sims struggle with aging, often feeling sad or anxious about getting older, and may seek rejuvenation through various means. Okay, so it makes sense why he's on Meet and Mingle looking at young adults. Colton he's actually really cute. Nicholas, let's get you out of here, babes. You was a desperate measure. And Cody and Bobby. All right, so this is a good lineup ish. So now that we have that out the way, we have what's called, it's time to go on the blind dates. We have to actually set this up. I forgot. I don't want it to be too romantic because it really don't matter. But our date activities, we're going to be friendly, be funny, and drinks since it's a cafe. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and have her go to the date, and I will see you guys in just a few seconds. Y'all, guess who the date is with? Doesn't this man look familiar? Or maybe y'all don't... Y'all don't recognize him without his mask on and the stripes. This is the burglar. I can't believe they put us on a date with the burglar. Oh my gosh. Should we go with the date? You know what? Before I end this date, I'm going to go ahead and have her introduce herself and cuss him out, because can we do a mean introduction? Oh my gosh, we can brawl. I'm gonna slap him. I'm gonna groin kick him. We're gonna do a rude introduction. She's looking at him like, why does he look so familiar? Oh, I know exactly where you are. She's like, I know this. You was not the same guy from the other night. And her first impression of Sion is she finds him weird. Right off the bat, this Sim strikes Calliope as a pretty weird individual. He is weird because, I mean, listen, he didn't know he was going on a date with us, right? This is a blind date, but like the gall to not immediately walk away when you see me here. Like, let's have her finish her rude introduction. Imply mother is a llama. Oh my gosh, you can actually you can actually accuse of being a burglar. Oh my gosh, accused of being the burglar. Oh wow. And then we're gonna kick him in the groin. She's like, I know this is not who I think it is. Are you not the burglar? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, miss. Like, I don't know that, there's a lot of people that look like me. She's like, no, I think I would recognize your face and your hair. Girl, you're not mad enough for me. You're not mad enough for me. He canceled the date. It says Sion has left the date after receiving too many mean or mischievous interactions from Calliope. Maybe I shouldn't have came on too strong. He said, let me get up out of here. That was a rough date, to put it lightly. Maybe Calliope would feel better talking to someone about it. Calliope is embarrassed because a sim left the date. Being mean or mischievous can have negative consequences. Maybe I don't care. We had bad compatibility anyway, but like, oh my gosh. Sion feels wrong by Calliope, and being around Calliope reminds Sion of the pain.
Clap if you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect.
He thinks she was pretentious anyway, which is hilarious. What a trash date. Sion will not be forgetting Calliope's behavior anytime soon, and is definitely not interested in seeing her again for a while. Oh wow, the audacity. And we literally was on the date for like 0.2 seconds. Like literally, it's not even been like 15 minutes yet, and the date was already over. Oh my gosh, what? Okay, let's go ahead and start another date. All right, who's our date? Do they just tell you automatically? This better not be him. No, that's not them. I think they're together. Oh. No, they did not set us up with this man. Clement Frost, please. Oh my gosh, let me cancel this date. I can't. Like, girly, this is really a maybe third time's the charm. Okay, maybe the third time is the charm. Yo, I'm scared. Oh, who is this? It's Crispin. Ugh. I'm not into Crispin, but we'll talk to him. We'll talk to him. It's like she won't go do it. This is making me laugh. She's like, absolutely not. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna force it. We're going to end this early again. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're going to talk to one of the people that she already saved on Meet and Mingle. But she did that quickly. Hilarious. She said, don't make me do this, sis. I won't do that to you, girl. Let's go to our saved. So we have Jackie, Thaddeus, Colton, Cody, and Bobby. Okay, I'm gonna add Colton as a contact, Cody as a contact, and Bobby as well for the drama. Let's do a date with Colton. She's like, oh my gosh, hey Colton, I saw you on the app and I was just wondering if you like maybe want to hang out in a couple minutes. He's like, oh yeah, wait, where are you? Oh, I'm at this coffee shop and I'm just here alone. And I thought maybe why not just go ahead and meet someone. Okay girl, how long is this conversation? He better say yes though, because we're not embarrassing ourselves. If he says no, we're going home. Okay, he said yes. All right, let's do a get to know you date. We're going to do the same interactions, maybe even board games. We'll have it set for here still. Okay. Alrighty, now we just wait for him to get here. Colton's here. I'm going ahead and have her call her over and then order a drink for us. Okay, he's here. So this is Colton. He's so cute. Little cutie. Let's introduce ourselves to him, or we should already technically know him. Okay, we'll check him out like this. Hi, my name is Calliope, but my friends call me Stevie. Claimed to be criminal mastermind. She hasn't been on a date in a while, obviously. Okay, so they're seated over here in the corner alone, away from people, so I'm gonna have her get to know him. She was like, oh my gosh, Colton, I'm so glad you can like show up so sudden. I didn't think you would be able to come. He's like, yeah, Sunday's usually my rest day, so I wasn't really doing anything at the house. She's like, oh, well, what do you do? I don't think I gave him a job, but what does Colton like he does for work? He low-key gives like surfer in a way. Lowest of the lowest key, like he owns a surf shop, like beach life, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the hair, active work type situation. She's asking about his day. Okay, seems like they're getting along. Be silly, drink something, and share interests. Okay. She's getting tense because of that bad date, horrible date. So I feel like in her mind, she's like, oh my gosh, I don't want this to be another bad date. Like, oh my gosh. But she's like telling him what she does, fitness studio and stuff. Like, yeah, it's not super big, it's really small, but I hope to expand in the new fair chair. He's like, oh, that's so cool. He's like, yeah, I want to own my own business one day. Right now I'm just working for someone, but they're supposed to, give me the business after a while. So, He's like, oh, that's nice. I feel like she's checking in with her friend. Her friend's like, girl, how's the date going? And she's like, it's going good now, but the last 3 were terrible. Discuss fitness techniques. She's like, yeah. Like she started talking about like her goal. Yes, my fitness studio is all about, not just like the mind. I mean, not just the body, but your mind. And we're called Soul Glow. Oh my gosh. I know you're probably like, girl, what? Okay. So technically, this is the guy from the intro. His name is Derek Robbins, and he's actually one of the people that she has met on Meet and Mingles. She's very, very, very attracted to him. So if this date goes well, which it's looking like it's going well, we'll talk to him in a minute. Like I just want to have her run into him. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect to see you here. Oh my gosh, you must be Derek. It's nice to put a face to the name type of situation, Hopefully he stays around. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if he approached her? Oh my gosh. I need to turn that off because absolutely not. Oh my gosh. We'll come back to Marcus Flex because we do need to talk about Marcus for like 2 seconds. But in the time it took me to get that man to stop doing what he was doing, Derek did end up leaving. But I say we need to come back to Marcus Flex. First of all, why are you over here? Anyways, he was at her business. She's bored. Wait, bored by adult discussion. Oh my gosh, girly. Hopefully it doesn't last long. But Marcus Flex was the straw that broke Stevie's back because he was at the fitness studio and like she was feeling very frisky, and so she tried to flirt with him, and he pretty much shut her down. And he was dressed exactly like this, like with the bags in hand too, looking like he just got back from a shopping trip. He rejected her, and I think that's really what set her old age. Like, I need to get on the app stats because not Marcus Flex rejecting me. You need to go away. Like, why are you over here? Like, he's trying to rub it in our faces that like he said no to us. But it seems like the conversation has hit a dull point. Both are very bored of this conversation. We've only been in this hangout. I'm not even gonna call it a date at this point. We've only been at this hangout for like literally an hour. They're both like this ain't it. So it's looking like they can be friends. Could I flirt with him though? I mean, why not? Let's see. I feel like she would like maybe talk about his physique, compliment appearance. Be like, oh wow, like you just always show up to places with your arms out, your guns out. Let's see what he says. Okay, he liked it. He liked it. Okay. All right, since we've already reached the like bronze date situation, I'm going to have her go ahead and end this date. I said we were only doing a couple of hours anyway. How do I do this? Date interactions, end date cheerfully. Plus she's really hungry and we need to go home. I think we're gonna go home and probably like talk to her friend about this date and be like, girl. She's like, well, I had a good time, Colton. I'm glad you can, hang out with me, last minute. She's like, all right, thank you. Wait, what the? I'll see you another day. Well, that was a date. It was a date, right? Your sim has a little gift in their household inventory. Fine from fine date. Well, that date was fine. Not the fairy tale Calliope may have imagined, but it certainly could have gone worse. Yeah, because we had 3 failed ones prior to this, so it definitely could have went a lot worse. Since this date is over, I'm gonna go ahead and have Stevie head home, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright guys, so Stevie has traveled back home and she's about to go upstairs and she's about to make her some quesadillas on the grill because she is hungry. But in this time, I'm actually going to switch to Rome. I'll come back to Stevie in a few seconds, but I want Rome. Let's see, his stuff is good. I see he didn't finish his food, so let's go and have him finish his toast. He just gave up and dropped it on the floor. That's funny. Oh, you were that close to being done? Okay. Go ahead and eat that. Then we're gonna have him shower. I want him to go out with his friend Bobby. I want him to go out with his friend Bobby to like a club or something. I might have him bring Lorelai, and then maybe, I don't know, he'll meet someone. His friend can do something and meet someone or call someone over or something like that. Maybe we'll do that. I want them to go out, have fun. He likes to, drink anyway. That sounds so bad, but like he has all these wants to listen to music and to have a drink, so it makes sense. Plus it's 5:58, so who is calling us? Miko. Miko Oho would like to come over and hang out. Is that okay? Yes, girly, you can come over and hang out. This is another one of Calliope's friends. Have her eat that. I also want her to actually text some of those people we added to her contact list so we can send a text to Colton thanking him for coming out again. We'll do one to Bobby. And Cody we have bad compatibility with. Okay, We'll still send a text too, but I think that's everyone that was on the list. Oh, and then we're going to send a text to Derek because why not? We're just sending a text and checking in on all our guys on our roster so far. Okay, he's in the shower, and then I want him to change into his, yeah, let's do this one. This is literally my favorite outfit by him. And then I'm gonna have him invite his friend Bobby and Lorelai over so they can already be over here. Oh, our thing is broken. We'll have someone, instead of replacing it, because I feel like she needs all the money she can get, we'll have her hire a repair service one of these days. But it's like, yes, in the next text, hi, just checking on you, blah blah blah, whatever the case. Oh, she's here. Oh, she's coming to clean our girl. Thank you, sister. Why do y'all have negative first impressions? I hate that, like, Calliope, most of the time she introduces herself to someone, they always have a negative first impression of her. Like, I hate that. Like, her traits aren't that bad, guys. Y'all are dragging it just a bit. He's like, yo, Bobby, I invited Lorelai over. You coming now? He's like, yeah, I'll be there soon, son. Please don't be lying about your career. Hear about Miko's career. She's lying about hers. I feel like she asked her, it's like, oh my gosh, so how's it working in the office? It's like, oh, it's so nice. Okay, you don't have to lie about your career, babes. Neither of you do. Maybe she doesn't like her job. Maybe we can hire Miko to work as a barista for a little bit for us. She's like asking how business is going. She's like, oh, it's good. It's fine. Okay, so Lorelai is here. Calliope, she's getting a call from her other friend, Zoe. Calliope, I want to ask if I should get to know Dana Cabral a little better as a friend. They seem like a good company. I think you should go for it, babes. It's always nice to make new friends. She's like, so how'd the date go? She's like, oh my gosh, girl. I don't think I ever want to do another blind date. It was 0 for 3. 0 for 3. The first guy was the burglar. Girl, not the burglar. Yes, the burglar. She's like, well, do you want to do something tonight or something? You know, I know you probably plan to have your day packed. She's like, yeah, I did. I thought my dates was going to go a little bit longer, but, you know, it didn't. All right, let me check on Rome. See what you doing, babe. Close comfort. Ooh, what you finna do, babes? Where even is she? Wait, why are they in her apartment? He can't even get in here. Let me unlock the door. Unlock. We'll unlock the door. I'm sorry, this is too funny. Lorelai was like, let me go check in on Calliope. Okay, let's have Stevie come and say something to Lorelai, or maybe I'll let her finish her conversation, then she'll say something to Lorelai in a second. Why is she angry? Hear about Lorelai's career? Maybe she's upset about her job. Nose nudge, baby, no. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Okay, so they're out of her apartment, but I think Bobby's still, we're gonna pretend like he was in the hallway and we start talking, because there's absolutely no way he would be sitting on her couch right now, right? We know that. She was like, oh my gosh, it's you. And he's like, oh my gosh, it's you. I didn't expect to see you in my hallway. How did you know where I live? She was like, oh, I didn't know where you live. Like, I'm friends with the dude across the hall. I'm friends with Rome. He's like, oh, you're Rome's friend. He's like, you just seem so, like you wouldn't have him as a friend. He's like, yeah. Now Lorelai walking in our apartment. Girl, please. She's like, hi, Stevie. Sorry to barge in here, you know. Your door was kind of cracked. Just thought, you know, I should just pop in, say hello, whatever. Now she got a buff. Too full of yourself from interacting. This other Sims' airs of being full of themselves are not gaining them any favor in Calliope's eyes. Because, girl, why did you just walk in my apartment like you know me? You do not know me. Just because we talk for a little bit doesn't mean anything. But she's like, hey, girl, so what are your plans for tonight? She's like, oh, well, you know, I thought I was going to be out. But, you know, just me and my friend. We're just chilling in my apartment, I guess, tonight. Not really going anywhere. She's like, girl, you look too cute to not be going anywhere. Oh, my gosh. Gossip about recent date. Lorelai would be like, so why do you look so dressed up? You know, I mean, you look nice anyway, but like, why so dressed up? And she's like, well, actually I had some dates lined up for today. He's like, dates? Your date told you that about their family? Well, that seems totally normal to bring up. Hilarious. Pretty much phone her in like, yeah, girl, it was a buzz. It did not go anywhere like I thought it was. 3 of them were terrible, and then one of them, you know, the conversation was, it was average. Lorelai's like, you know what, actually, since you already look like you're pretty dressed up, would you like to go out with us? He was like, go out? Go out what you wear? What do you mean? Unflirty, girl. Calliope has not been feeling very romantic lately and is starting to feel kind of unflirty. Embrace the change? No, we're not doing that. It's probably because those dates were terrible. How are we thinking like, maybe I shouldn't get out there and date. Like, maybe this is it for me. We're gonna say no though, because absolutely not. Calliope has learned the following traits about Lorelai. She's chased by death. Oh my gosh. Do I want to change that? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Like, I don't want her to die though. Bobby's like, you know what? Yeah, why don't you come out with us? And she's like, come out with us? Yeah, we really just came over here to kick it with Rome, but non-committal. Chemistry. Bobby seems thoroughly charming to Calliope. A truly charming sim flirty from chemistry. Calliope is feeling enlivened and delighted at talking with someone she finds very charming. Oh, she finds him charming. That's so funny. She's like, you gotta go. Maybe I should give up on love. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go with y'all. She's just so swept up in Bobbiness that like she's down with going out with him. Which, like, don't get me wrong, because Bobby does seem very interesting, like very chill, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, when are y'all supposed to be leaving? Like, where are you going? Like, also, where the heck is Miko? And Lorelai is pretty much like, we'll be going in a minute. Like, I got some things I gotta take care of. Want to do couple stuff together? Okay, so we're gonna say not right now. So here comes Rome, and I feel like he's like, why is everyone all in your apartment? Like, what did you do? She's like, ugh, shut up, I didn't do anything. You said no, right, Rome? All right, guys, so my game actually had crashed. So if you see that the time has gone back, that is why. We're just gonna pretend that everything is literally the same. Like, all the interactions we just had has already happened. Close comfort, girl. See, this is what I be talking about. Like, look at them. We're gonna pretend like this isn't canon, but he said, let me get up out of here, bro. Like, this isn't canon, but you see what I'm talking about? Like, they are weird. Like, it's like they can't help themselves. But we're gonna pretend like this didn't happen. Like, maybe it was just like a flirty comment or whatever about her looking nice. Seek validation on being a catch, girl. Actually, let's do it. Pretty much, we were all having a conversation. They were all having a conversation about them going out to the club to go party, and Rome had just came in. I was about to have him talk to her and be like, why are you dressed up? You light up the room. I would never date you. Oh wait, that's from my I have a mod. I've had this mod in my game for a long time, but it's the Rome with All the Romance mod by Katie Sims. I think that's her name. And the mod hasn't been updated in at least a year. It pretty much has a bunch of romantic interactions, and because they're enemies, but they like are attracted to each other, they have this pop-up called Enemies to Lovers. And so there's a bunch of different like interactions, like tease, pretend to hate, I would never date you, I told you so, down, I know you like me, blame for the weather, meant to be wrong, don't talk to me, someone might think we're friends, you're an idiot, why are you so obsessed with me, try to hide jealousy, they are not right for you. All these different interactions that we can have them, which is, I feel like it's gonna really add to like the storytelling. Oh, and I also need to get this one mod by Sims called the Little Miss Drama mod. And he'd be like, so why are you so dressed up again? And she was like, well, I had somewhere to be today, but that's really none of your business. He's like, oh, okay. I didn't really care, I was just being nice, But anyways, what's this I hear about you joining us? Lori and Bobby were just inviting me to hang out with you guys wherever you guys were going. He's like, oh, you invited her, huh? He's like, I don't really care if you go or not, if that's Lorelai, please. I know he looks good in his outfit, but please, girly. I had a dirty dream with both of us in leading roles. Want to come and make it true? We'll do maybe later. But he's like, yeah, I really don't care if you go or not. And I feel like Bobby will probably be like, dude, stop being such a jerk. Like, let the pretty lady go. Which it doesn't matter anyway, because I think she would have wanted to go anyway, because like I was saying, she thinks Bobby's a charming. So, I was actually invited to go. I'm not just crashing. I don't care too much about that. You're adorable, as are you. Oh, so cute. Rome at this point be like, all right, well, we was about to head out anyway, so hurry up and get dressed. We'll be down here. All right, guys, so I went ahead and had Stevie and Lorelai and everyone else go ahead and get dressed. So I'm gonna go ahead and have them head to the club, and I will see you guys there. Alright guys, so we have made it to the nightclub, and if you're interested in the nightclub that I'm using in this save, I will go ahead and put it down in the description box below. But as always, I do have to give like a brief warning that it looks nothing like how it was intended to look initially, so I did redo a lot, so keep that in mind. I had Rome, he was supposed to ordering drinks for everyone, but he didn't order drinks for everyone. But yes, this is the nightclub that I am using. This is what it looks like. A lot of it is CC, but a lot of it actually isn't. But I did go ahead and redo it. I did not touch the upstairs, and then downstairs is where like the bathrooms and such are, and another like private bar area. I don't want to talk about the fact that the DJ is a ghost. It doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. But it's just gonna dance and vibe and chat, and I'm gonna have her get to know Bobby a little bit more anyway, because she finds him charming. So why not? Clearly she likes him, and clearly he likes her. I think, at least I think. Let me check. Yes, he's very attracted to Calliope, but why wouldn't he be? I might give Bobby a makeover. I'm gonna keep his vibe similar, but I might give him a makeover. Why is he flirty? The Heartbeats from DJ Feel the Ground. This music puts your sim in the mood for love. It's getting hot in here and heartbeats are racing. She getting down, honey. So this is my song. I hate the fact that she's literally inside of the DJ booth. This is making me mad. Like, get off the stage, queen. Lorelai, who are you talking to? Why are you upstairs dancing? Get your butt down. How is he even dancing up here? Is it music? I feel like he's trying to like flirt with Lorelai. I'm gonna call her Lori because the Lorelai is cute. It really is. I love her name, but like I'm tired of the Lorelai. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of saying it. So I'm just gonna call her Lori, and then we're gonna order some drinks. Okay, Ro. You know how to get down, honey. Hey. He don't play, baby. He not one of those wall sitters. Yes, he gets down. Okay. And if we see any of the people we match with on Meet and Mingle, we will be chatting, okay? She's so charmed by him. Like, oh my gosh. She's like, oh my gosh, he's just so amazing. Wait, what's happening here? Opposite chemistry from chemistry. Calliope is sad to see that this sim who she finds charming does not find her charming in return. Girl, what? Dang, that sucks. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I'm a little delusional. I feel like everyone wants Calliope, okay? But if that was the case, you know, she would be in a relationship. Okay, let's have Rome order some drinks now. I can't believe he really said no, we have no chemistry, but like he's attracted to her. That's so weird. Like, why is he all of a sudden like changing his tune? You think it has anything to do with like Rome? Do you think Rome said something that made him be like, nah, Rome, I'm about to kick you. Stop dancing, go order the drinks. You're not trying to follow her, are you? Okay, I was about to say. It would be some girl over here. She's about to flirt with him. Okay. She's like, so Bobby, tell me about yourself. He's down with it. Is right. Now he stole somebody's drink. That was Lori's drink. That was so disrespectful. Of course, Lorelai, she's going to flirt with her situationship. Recite love poetry. You're doing the most. I don't know if I'll make him do that, but I want him to interact with Calliope a little bit. He's like, I was actually surprised, you know, Stevie actually agreed to come out. All right, so I ended up having to like move them because they kept like playing musical chairs and it was getting on my nerves. But they're sitting over here now, and if one of them leaves, because Lori and Bobby keep trying to leave, but if one of them leaves, just so be it. But aside from that, Bobby is also, he keeps flirting with Calliope, and yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening. Okay, you want to sit down now? Is that what's gonna happen? She doesn't want to sit. All right, well, guess I'll just have him talk to her because obviously she doesn't want to stay. We're just gonna say like she had to go. She has work in the morning or something like that. She has to attend to, so she couldn't stay long. It's 2:14, so it makes sense for her to leave. But the other ones are gonna stay here. Allow a kiss. Ooh, tease flirtatiously. Ooh, we gonna do it. It's like he's giving us energy, and so she's gonna give it back. But I feel like definitely during this whole situation, this whole going out thing, you know, I feel like Rome has definitely been probably trying to make like slick comments about how he's surprised that like she even came out to hang out with them and stuff like that. Like, oh wow, you actually do things. You actually leave your house. He's telling her a funny story, which I'm surprised. Like maybe that didn't mean it's gonna be. Ooh, now they sliding over to each other. Oh, okay, hold on. And he just over there trying to talk. Third wheeling. I feel like as a result, Rome, he don't like that, okay? You don't third wheel him, all right? We're going to criticize relationship preference, right? He's like, all right, I gotta go. We're going to assume like he was like, he just wanted to do that before he left. Like he was like, I I'll talk to you later, like I'll call you or whatever. So Rome's gonna come over here and he doesn't like that. Why all of a sudden you want to start talking to people now? Like, I thought you want to be lonely and bitter, like, and then you want to try to talk to my friend. Like, are you trying to play some type of game or something? Like, only reason I allowed you to come out with us, I mean, even though I didn't really care, but the only reason I allowed you to come out is because they wanted you to come. You don't have to start faking like you're some nice person all of a sudden because I said 2 words to you. Like, this is not necessary. So you can cut it out. High maintenance. No, baby. We're not we're not doing that. We're not doing that. He's like, you ever thought that maybe I just don't like you? Maybe you're the problem? Like, everyone else I'm fine with. Wait. Rome seems thoroughly charming to Calliope. Girlie, he's literally insulting you. He's literally telling you to mind your own business. Get a life outside of his. She's charmed. She's so fickle. Now he hurt her feelings. Now they both got hurt sentiments against each other. It's apparent that I get along with everyone else but you. So obviously it's not me that's the problem. Maybe it's literally just you. He's like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Like, I don't even care. You know, this is pointless. I don't even do anything to you. You're just so rude to me. And she's like, and you're just so rude to me. So, girl, what are you doing here? She came back. And now he's about to insult her. Called out from being confronted by loyal Sim. Glad we got called out for her mean behavior towards a Sim. Shame on her. Okay, Lori, you are not a girl's girl. Wow. She said, let me come back so I can set some things straight. Oh my gosh. Now she finna insult him. Be like, see what you did? Like, you got me getting cussed out. And then I'm not even the problem. It's you. She can do so much better than you. Like, I'm surprised she's even with you. Like, she seems like a pretty decent person. And you, I just don't get you. It's 4:01 right now. And I'm about to wrap this up. But I'm actually really surprised that Lori came back and she yelled at us. Like, it makes sense, you know, because she's a loyal Sim. But also like, what do you mean? She yelled at us. Like, what do you mean she stuck up for him? Like, wow. She just happened to catch us when we were being mean to him. Crazy work. I want to do some of the enemies to lovers interactions. Why are you so obsessed with me? Like, why are you so obsessed with being rude to me? Like, this is actually getting weird. And you pretend that like you're a decent person so other people can like you, so you can be around me. And she's like, oh, you're so full of yourself. You think I actually want to be around you? If I could have picked anyone else to live next door to me, I would have picked anyone else. I would have picked the burglar I literally almost went on a date with earlier today. So you're at the bottom of the list, actually, hun. Like, don't flatter yourself. Why are you so obsessed with me? And she's like, you wish. I'm not gonna have him yell at her. That'd be just too much. We've already been cussing each other out, okay? And in response, she's gonna be like, you're an idiot. Oh my gosh, he's doing the most. He's doing the most. He is coming for her neck, y'all. At this point, that red bar ain't never going down. It ain't never going down. What was that? From ambiguous comment. Is that just me or was there more to that? You're an idiot from bickering, but you're my idiot. Oh, what I thought was when we shouldn't have said that. That was too much, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do whisper sweet nothings, right? And I know they might be like, girl, what? One, we gotta break up all the fighting, okay? This is too much. I'm not trying to have a full red bar, right? We're trying to work to get it down. But I feel like in this moment, like they'll bicker so much with each other that it's like, you know what? It's whatever. Like I don't even care. He's gonna try to like switch the conversation up just a little bit, okay? This is not as intimate. Like this animation looks intimate, but this moment is not this intimate, right? Because he went in on her. He kept going in. I feel like in this moment he'd be like, listen, I'm actually sorry. I'm actually sorry, kind of, about the whole Lori situation. Like, I know you guys were becoming besties, I guess, or whatever, but I don't mean to, you know, they got away from each other so quick. I think that moment that they shared wasn't like a really romantic moment. Let's take it as like him like taking a breath, like, okay, maybe we should go home. You know, let's wrap this. We're doing too much. Everyone's already left. Like, pretty much no one here but Lorelai. We're gonna be telling she's not, and it's daytime. Like, the sun is starting to rise and it's already Monday. They're not going to work Monday, I guess, because that'd just be too much to have Calliope try to open the shop. I'm going to go ahead and have them head home, and I will see you guys in a couple of hours to possibly wrap this up. We'll see. All right, guys, so it is a couple hours later, and Stevie and, of course, Rome have already made it home. Rome is, I think, still asleep, and Stevie has went to sleep and she's woken up. I do want you guys to disregard her bonnet because... Why did she hop up like that? That scared me. But she is feeling much better now. It's 8:20, so technically she's only asleep for 4 hours and she woke back up, but she's actually pretty well rested. But I definitely do think first send a text to Bobby, because her and Bobby, they were vibing, all right? But I am going to have her chat with Lorelai just to clear the air, even though Calliope has her reservations about Lori and her dynamic or whatever. Like, she didn't like the fact that she just barged into her apartment and stuff like that. She does ultimately see that Lori is like not a bad person. Like, she's a nice girl, and so she wants to clear the air, because though she can't stand Rome, she doesn't want that to like get in the way, I guess, of how other people see her. I will say this, Stevie definitely cares about what other people think about her. If she genuinely dislikes you, she does not care what you think about her, right? Which is Rome, right? But other people, like, she's more neutral with, doesn't dislike, like she cares about what they think of her. So I think she's definitely trying to clear the air with Lori, and also like she knows she's gonna see Lori a lot more times, so she doesn't want things to be awkward. You know, even though Lori came on a bit too strong in the beginning, I do definitely think, oddly enough, that they can be friends. Like, they have amazing compatibility. So, and my more sinister like observation or thought process behind this conversation is she wants to, I don't want to say destroy Rome's relationship, because she doesn't care. Like, destroy is a bit much. That's a big action verb for this, and that's not where we're trying to go for. She's not trying to destroy, but she definitely is trying to cause a bit of strife, okay? Because Lori girl, who are you yelling at? Like, who are you cussing at over this man, Rome? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely do think like she genuinely does kinda like Lori and think she's a cool girl, but at the end of the day, like, that was what happened at that club for her was unacceptable. I better go before my coffee gets cold later. Okay, well, I don't want to say she's getting revenge. Revenge is too strong of a word, but she's plotting something. Okay, she's plotting something. And then on top of that, like, how dare Rome think he's that special that like Calliope cares that much about what he got going on, that she's inventing reasons to join him on things. Like, girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? So why is he thinking about himself? Like, oh, he's so, I think that is one of his traits. He is self-absorbed. No, he's arrogant. These Sims are very confident, but others might find their attitude grating. Yeah, not the bills being $6,000. Maybe we should have opened the shops today. Before we wrap this up, I want to regroup of where we are now. Right now, we have neutral chemistry, amazing compatibility, yet they continue to dislike each other, of course. And Rome is very attracted to Calliope. He is getting over his hurt. He has what, -3%, so he's almost done feeling hurt with his hurt sentiment. But Calliope, now she's like hurt. Probably why she woke up after all those hours and decided that she was finna cause some ruckus, okay? And then Bobby, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do about Bobby, okay? He got too many red flags, honestly. Hot-headed bro and non-committal, like, girl, that's a lot going on. Like, he's definitely not the end goal here, but yeah, those traits ain't looking good. They're not looking. But also, we do need to consider who else. Like, Bobby, he's just a means to an end. But I did have these two other people that I had her talking to. So we have Cordell Zhang, and then we have Derek Robbins, who she is also very attracted to, and they have amazing compatibility, right? But they just have not met in person yet. So, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and have Calliope come down here and pay these bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? And get the mail. And then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I think for our next part, we definitely will be getting to Stevie's evil master plan. And I think off camera, I'll probably hire one of the people. Maybe I'll hire either Miko or Zoe. Why did I forget you can pay bills on the phone? Let me do that instead of having my girl down here in her pajamas. For Rome's part, I think I kind of want to get into like the whole mentorship thingy. Either have someone mentor him or he like starts mentoring someone else, and then maybe we'll find like another tattoo artist, because we need to start breaking the bills, because after this we're gonna have like 3K. Yeah, 338.18 is what we have left. That's not enough. And I definitely do think in addition to that, we will do a little bit more romancing, so having Calliope, but I think I want to focus more on Rome and his cynicism, you know what I'm saying? And have him go on maybe a date or two with someone other than Lorelai, right? So her possibly meet one of the guys from the Meet and Mingle app. We shall see, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. But all right, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this part of this Enemies to Lovers rom-com miniseries that we have yet to name. I am super excited to see how their love story unfolds. Like, it's definitely turns in a way I definitely didn't expect. Like, when I first sat down to hit record, this is not at all where I thought this episode would be going, but hey, we're just down for the vibes and going along with the flow. But like I said, guys, hope you all enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.